guys, I hope that everyone is doing well today. Thank you so very much for dropping back by my channel for the returnees. And if you are new, you are certainly appreciated, and I hope that something on the channel resonates. So today we will be talking about a word, as I call it, anxiety. Anxiety. So I found myself laughing the other day about the past, something that happened in regards to anxiety. It was not funny at the time, but I thought I want to bring this to my YouTube channel, okay? So yeah, let's rewind a little bit. It was a few years ago. I was forced into this HR position that I did not ask for, but no worries. I later left shortly after, actually. But I was, adjusting to the new role as HR, and pretty much there was a maintenance guy working in my office on my door, okay? So there was traffic ongoing in the hallway. He was in the hallway working, and then a knob dropped inside on the other side, which is where I was. Okay, so that was no problem. He's the maintenance guy. He came on the other side and got it so he could continue working on his job. But guess what? He was stuck inside of the room with me, in the office with me. Oh my gosh, he was an older man, and granted, I always spoke to him. We always had short conversations, but never did I expect this older guy to get locked in my office with me, okay? So pretty much, and this is a freestyle, no notes for this. I'm just trying to go based off of my memory, which at times isn't the best, so bear with a shorty. And so yeah, he wound up getting locked inside. Now, granted, I could have given the man some time to work it out, in his own expertise, but I didn't have the time. All I know is this is an older man I barely know. He's not my husband. I'm just like, oh my gosh, anxiety started just coming over me, right? So I try to be calm. But when he was like, oh, it may take some time. Okay, bam. Do you have a certain amount of time, sir? He's like, no, but it's going to take time. No, I was not going for that, y'all. So what did I do? I hopped on my work phone. I called the administrators. I'm like, okay, told them the situation. It was like, calm down. Everything is going to be okay. I was like, okay. So I think about 30 minutes passed. I still realized the same maintenance guy is working in my office. No progress, no windows. That's one thing I dislike about some offices too. When you don't have windows, your girl have to breathe and just look out at nature or something. So it was no windows, just me and him. And I'm like, oh no. So they still didn't have an update. So I called again. I probably like an hour later, I was like, there's still no update. I hear like some of the my coworkers chuckling in the background, and I was not in the mood. I was like, can you tell whoever's in the background to stop laughing? It's not a laughing matter. So they told them to calm down. So granted, the guy, the older man in the office with me, he was trying to stay calm, but I wasn't having it. So I gave them a time stamp. I said, okay, if within the next, I think 30 minutes, if he's not, if he wasn't able to get the door open, we have to call like the fire station or something to come get me out of here. Like literally by the second, I was losing my marbles. Okay, so he's like, oh, it's not all of that. You don't have to do all of that. I said, listen, y'all got such and such time. If this man does not fix this door right now, I'm going to call the fire station. They're going to bust this door down to get me out of here. So I think that I definitely battle with some type of claustrophobic phobia, and I admit that your girl is not diagnosed. But again, me studying and just living my own life, I know that I don't like being squeezed into small spaces. Hence, your girl like to be a free spirit. So yeah, I hope I'm not talking too fast, y'all. I'm just trying to recall everything that was happening. Again, this nice guy, he didn't know that was gonna happen, but eventually I'm turning into like nutty lady in my own in my own little world. So pretty much he was willing to, like, I think he was going to try to mess with the ceiling to climb up, and he was willing to like break in the ceiling to get us out of there. the poor guy, he was trying, but they did not meet my time. So I called the fire department and eventually they were on their way. But as stated in some of my previous videos, I was a social worker, so I worked with the mentally ill and some, you know, individuals battling with just disabilities in general. It didn't have to be as exactly as severe, but just like the autism, stuff like that, right? So basically, there was a very nice client. He was walking from his lunch, and they asked him, because they know they didn't meet my time that I had given them. They asked him and another client to kind of like push the door open, and it was just like so many people in the hallway just trying to get the door open. And my clients, they definitely pushed it open. It was two bigger guys, and I was grateful they pushed with all of their might, you know, and they got me out of there. So what's the moral of the story, y'all? I gave you some background. The moral of the story: please do not judge individuals who have anxiety, whether they take something for it or they're naturally trying to heal themselves. It's not fun to make fun of someone with a mental illness. Okay, you give them, you know, some resources to work with. You don't laugh. In that time, who would have thought that administrators would have been chuckling and making fun? The thing about someone with anxiety, we always think the worst, no matter what. You're gonna try to like overthink, and just it takes an extreme turn. Now, your average person would have been like, okay, I'm gonna just wait it out. No, not me. That's why I can't see myself. I don't think no one can see themselves going to jail. But I just, gosh, bless all the souls. I mean, I cannot. So yeah, guys, surviving anxiety is definitely a thing, but you definitely have it to cope. There's so many amazing things you can do to keep it at bay. So yeah, I don't know if someone out there battles with claustrophobia or all kind of, there's different parts of anxiety, but I definitely know that I do. And that was not the time to mess with me. I tell y'all, I went from sweet Danita to, yeah, I don't even want to discuss this other chick. But nonetheless, this is my story, this is my truth, and I hope that it inspires you. If you're battling with it, you are not alone, and just continue to do research, continue to apply what needs to be applied to make your life better. And if it gets too overwhelming, of course, there are the healthcare providers out there who can give you what you need. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.